Tonight on Evening Magazine from FX McCrory's in Seattle. What else can we possibly talk about other than the Seahawks making history?
Yeah! And for the first time ever, and it kind of does feel like we are NFL champions.
That's right. We will have a reaction from the Seahawks' most famous fans and from the Seahawks themselves.
And we'll have a reaction from the 12th man. And no fan group ever in sports history can take as much credit, I think, as the 12th man can for the Seahawks win.
From the very first day of practice, the Seahawks talked about every day being a championship day. They were amazingly focused the whole year, and they won 43-8.
Amazing.
Wait, is that 5 touchdowns?
That's
5.
Well,
That's
it was
a lot.
a safety
35 points.
right off the top.
There were so many different ways that they scored, it's hard to keep track.
I know.
The celebration continues, but things are a little bit calmer here today.
A little bit.
Yep.
Well, they started celebrating with the Space Needle last night. They said that they were going to be shooting fireworks off the top every time they scored. And the Space Needle's Twitter account last night said they were afraid that they were going to run out of fireworks because we just kept
Good problem to have.
Yeah.
And then after the game, thousands of fans poured out into the streets chanting, Seahawks! Seahawks!
Something like that.
Mostly a joyful celebration, although there were a couple of people that decided
You were out of hand.
Yeah.
I was fine, but there were a couple of people who decided, you know what, let's burn a couch. The Seahawks won.
These things happen when you are the Super Bowl
Haven't you
champion.
ever burned a couch before? Come on.
I'll tell you, more than any other season, and any other team, they made us feel like a part of it.
Yeah.
It was very much a we thing.
Yep.
So we've made a giant card. Come on in, Vanna.
Yeah.
Vanna has the card here. And it's really cool. We're going to invite fans, the 12th man, to sign this card for the Hawks.
And to give you a sense of scale, Saint is 6'5". And that's how big the card is.
It's a big card.
It's a big card.
And a big thank you to our friends at the Color Group Design and Print in Seattle for helping us make that thank you card for the Seahawks in style. A greeting card can hold more than 30,000 signatures. We want to have you help us fill it up. It'll be here at FX McCrory's for the next few days, and then we'll deliver it right to the Hawks.
You know, the hardest part about signing that card is going to be finding the right words. How do you even put into words
How do you
what
express
happened?
that?
I
Yeah.
know, it's hard, but you know, a lot of the players put it into their own words last night right after the big win.
12th man, you deserve this championship. We can't wait to bring this trophy home to you and let you celebrate with it.
It's a feeling that I can't really describe in words.
I really can. It's the most amazing feeling. We worked so hard all year, and it paid off today. I mean, even to be here and then the score and the game and the atmosphere was totally overwhelming.
And I don't have any room for gray area, and stuff like this is going to always pay off for us, man. When you get success like this, you want more success.
12th man, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Seattle's going to go crazy when we get back. I know they're partying right now.
We are still having a big party. It is not ended. You don't have to wear that indoors. It's not that cold in here.
No, you're just jealous because I have more spirit than you do. Who's got the spirit? I do!
All right, well, we also got some great reaction from Seahawks players on Twitter. From Russell Wilson, Super Bowl 48 champs, first one in franchise history. God is so good, go Hawks.
And from Richard Sherman, you got to hear from him. Seattle, a lot of exclamation points here. 12th man, we got one. Love this team like family. 12s are a huge part of the family.
Nice. There's Luke Wilson holding the Canadian flag. He says simply, world champions.
And from Doug Baldwin, do you remember when Chris Carter called him pedestrian? So Doug Baldwin just tweeted, any questions?
Well, one thing all the Seahawks have that Chris Carter doesn't,
A ring.
a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. They were not the only ones who took to Twitter last night. Of course, lots of celebrity fans, lots of Northwest fans, not fans of Jim Dever, just of the Seahawks. We got to start with Macklemore, right? He's probably the biggest fan of them all. Macklemore said he's been waiting his entire life. We got one. What a week.
Chris Pratt, the actor, says Legion of Boom.
Oh, yeah. Joel McHale, not once, not twice, but 4 times, Seahawks win the Super Bowl.
Here's my favorite. Rainn Wilson says, this goes out to all the assholes calling me a bandwagon fan, and he shows a picture of himself from 1977.
Look, you can see at the very top of his shirt, it says Seahawks. There's
you
no
know it.
question. Sherman Alexie, the author, wrote, the most liberal, literate, gay-friendly USA city just won the Super Bowl. Awesome.
Drew Bledsoe, big congrats to Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, and the Hawks. True domination of an excellent football team.
Thank you, Drew. And of course, we want to hear from our own local celebrity, Big Low.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
in
Big
here.
Low.
He's here today. All right, what was was your favorite play of the game? I know it's hard to choose.
Okay, everything all year has been teach me how to Dougie. Doug Baldwin catching that ball, pirouette, duck under, touchdown Seahawks. I mean, they couldn't get any better than that.
It
was
was
just
so
awesome.
awesome.
Can I get a chest bump?
Oh, buddy. I'm sorry I didn't put
Check it outside, guys.
Your favorite play?
Favorite play, Percy Harvin returning the touchdown from the kickoff in the second half. The game was over at that point.
Yeah, Michael?
I love generally that it was very difficult to choose an MVP.
Yeah.
Because it was a team win. Very
Yeah,
much so.
absolutely.
I think the first 12 seconds set the stage for the entire game.
Yeah.
Something very unusual, something very special was about to happen.
I loved when literally the entire Broncos team was piled on Marshawn Lynch, and he just walked it in for a touchdown.
There he is right
Shake
here.
it off.
There he is.
Awesome.
I brought some Skittles along. Here we go.
good.
Pick these up on
Oh,
here you go.
good.
Hey, well, speaking of Skittles,
There you go.
let's give credit where credit is due. The reason the Seahawks won is because Death Cab for Cutie bassist Nick Harmer spent hours putting together this portrait of Marshawn Lynch, made entirely out of Skittles.
Incredible.
Stick around. Seahawk Pride on 4 wheels later. And love from the 12th Pat next.
Go 12th man! Welcome back to our celebration, our post-Super Bowl celebration here at FX McCrory's in Seattle.
You know, the last time the Seahawks were in a Super Bowl, it was in Detroit. The Steelers fans bought almost all of the tickets, it sounded like at least. The 12th man didn't make the kind of noise they made this year. What was it like in New York, New Jersey for you, Michael?
It's interesting you bring up 8 years ago because I was in Detroit, and at that time I saw way more Steelers fans than Seahawk fans.
Yeah.
This time in New York, I probably saw 4-1 Seahawk fans to Bronco fans.
Yeah!
It was really cool. Yeah, absolutely. And one of the coolest things was to see in the middle of Manhattan a bar called Carlo East, where Seahawk fans gather for every game, and they go crazy.
Let me just put this out there. This win belongs as much to the fans as it does to the Seahawks.
No question, volume made a difference this season. Even here with the smaller group of fans, it's loud, and that's something that I think we've all experienced in just shooting stories about this team.
Yeah. And remember the San Francisco 49ers fans wanted the Seahawks to be penalized because our
Right.
fans were too
Poor
loud.
49ers fans.
Well, I think we all know how difficult it is for those quarterbacks, if any of us have tried to do shows surrounded by fans. They do bring the noise.
We've got more Seahawks coverage happening all week.
I expect to get my hearing back sometime around Easter.
I know the feeling, Saint, though. One thing I tried to do, and not necessarily successfully, but I tried to kind of put on my director's hat.
A little noise is cool. A little noise. Are you kidding me? Seahawks are back in the Super Bowl.
By the way, you have some enthusiasm. We want you to bring it on down because we have our Seahawks card. Thank you,
Here it is.
greeting card for the Seahawks. Thank you, Vanna.
Yep.
And this will be right here at FX McCrory's for the next few days, and then we'll deliver it directly to the Seahawks.
I think one place where that card probably isn't such a popular idea is Denver right about now.
Yeah, I had a chance to spend some time with our good friends in Denver. I thought I would have no problem starting a Seahawks rally on the streets of Denver.
You would think that.
You wouldn't think it'd be a big deal. Seahawks rally, come join our Seahawks rally. Seattle Seahawks rally beginning in 3 minutes. We're having a Seahawks rally today. Who wants to join? Go Seahawks. Would you like to join our Seahawks rally today, sir? Here you go.
No.
Here you go. Just hold the sign. Well, then just stand there and smile. Ready? Yay! Now you're part of the rally. You want to join the Seahawks rally?
I see crowds all around you here, though.
Well, we just got started. Give it a minute or two. Here, just hold that. You sure? Go Seattle Seahawks, go 12th man. Who would like to join our rally today?
Well, we, of course, had no problem finding big fans here, and they weren't always human fans. We found a lot of pets,
Right.
12 pets. My favorite, though, might have been Meow Sean Lynch.
This is Meow Sean, and this is Richard Perman.
Nicknames he gave his cats after spotting a tiny jersey inside a store.
I passed by the Seahawks rack, and there was an infant size, and I think that'll fit the cat.
Now they both transform into their football alter egos before every game.
You a good boy?
Suiting up for photos Nathan posts online. It started as a funny way to check in on the website Reddit.
Each game thread, I started posting more and more, and
They patiently modeled a custom-made helmet, played with a catnip football, and made game day predictions viewed by thousands on YouTube.
Meow Sean has definitively chosen the Seahawks after contemplating the 49ers.
Nathan even started including the other family pet.
And this is Big Red Tail Bryant.
Okay, it wasn't just cats or snakes. We also had, for like Hawk Couture, let's call it Hawk Tour.
Okay.
We had Meow Sean, was his name again? Marshawn Pinch, right? This crab.
Marshawn Pinch.
Marshawn Pinch.
Some crazy crab they had down at the aquarium.
A sea of publicity swirls around Marshawn Pinch.
And he's got a Facebook page and a Twitter account.
The hermit crab triggered a tidal wave of attention ever since he went beach mode on national TV.
That's at the Seattle Aquarium.
7 seconds of airtime is all it took for him to get the girls, the cred, and a palatial crib at the Seattle Aquarium.
That's Marshawn Pinch.
That's Marshawn Pinch.
Actor Chris Pratt's take on growing up in the Northwest later. And the Super Bowl ads everyone's talking about. Next.
Hey, this is Saint. The 12th man is everywhere, especially on the Olympic Peninsula. Blue tarps and duct tape make a great 12th man sign. This guy even added a Lombardi trophy, very smart, and gave a sign to his neighbor. Landscaping makes a great 12th man. And if you've got some particle board and an ancient Chevy pickup, you've got a 12th man sign, unlike anything you'll find at the team store. We also found these sea flamingos in a field between Sequim and Port Angeles, complete with Marshawn Lynch. Thank you, 12th man, for making us smile, no matter where you are.
Perhaps the real reason that the Seahawks had such great success yesterday is because of divine intervention, thanks to the kids at Holy Rosary in West Seattle who did this little performance in the middle of Mass.
Very cute. I think this is an example on our table, by the way, of things that a lot of us ate last night, probably. We may be regretting today, but food was a really big part of this because everyone around the area came up with their own takes on Seahawks food and drinks, right? There's the 12th can from Hilliard's Brewery, which was great.
How many calories are in it's 120?
The magic number
Just 12 calories per, like, half ounce probably, right?
is 12.
This is the 12th can. Yeah.
A pale ale homage to Hawks fans and the team they love.
I thought the best way to describe this beer was pairs well with victory.
Legendary Donuts made special Hawks donuts, and some of them were giant, like huge donuts.
A half of a bag, a half a bag.
Skittles generously topping a cake donut.
We had to implement the Marshawn Lynch with the Skittles.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Hawks are also immortalized in sprinkles, 3-tier cakes, towers, and cream-filled donuts. Fans like Ray Flanagan view it as superstition, but not the bad kind.
Not at all. Probably the more I eat, the better chances that they'll win.
It's definitely a big win for this family-run business.
Game day is crazy.
Yeah. Lines out the door for hours.
The employees help innovate every new treat.
Oh man, it means a lot. You know, I love the Seahawks, and I've always been a fan.
But I think that the coolest food that we saw was actually at the Clink, a story that Jim did on this special stadium food that they started doing.
They went all out. We start playing with the food, bringing in some local vendors, try to just make it pop.
The Danger Russ dog was inspired by quarterback Russell Wilson, who, by the way, fully approves.
We asked him, he's totally down for it.
Locally sourced blue and green chips form the centerpiece of the 12th man nachos.
With the nacho cheese on there, pico de gallo, some fresh cut jalapenos, some scallions, and some red pepper as well.
What's blue and green and battered all over? Try the Boom battered corn dogs.
Boom battered corn dogs, blue and green, homemade batter, hand dipped. So there's bacon bits inside of the batter. We serve them with Seahawks green mustards.
The Seahawks also inspired motor vehicles, of all things. I met a very talkative Tacoman and got a chance to ride in his 12th man car.
You rode.
We are unstoppable. We cannot be beat. We can't be beat.
Tacoma's Casper Rollins knows how to bring the noise.
Who's next? That's what we're saying. Who's next? Who is next for this? This is called the #1 dunk in the world. They call it dunks, but this is the #1 dunk, because look what it looked like.
Talk about your beast mode. Casper's car has 26-inch rims, dozens of game pictures, and more Skittles than a 7-Eleven.
Ready to roll.
Driving the Hawks fan car has turned Casper into an instant celebrity.
It's a day in the life, another day in the life. That's what it is, the Seahawks.
I think it's awesome! Very nice. Seahawks just totally rock.
Even riding shotgun makes you feel cool.
All right, I admit it. I didn't look cool, but I really felt cool.
No, you looked cool. I
You
like
looked
that
great.
hat.
Here, put this hat on. You know, one great thing about the Super Bowl year after year is the commercials. People want to see those commercials. And one that I thought was incredibly well done was the Bud Light commercial featuring a guy named Ian Rappaport. They took him off the street. He didn't know he was the star of this Bud Light commercial featuring Seattle's own Reggie Watts.
Yo, people in the car, people.
Twins. Yes.
This is a bizarre night.
I don't know. I have to say, for me, the most memorable one was the Seinfeld ad, because it kind of, I have no idea what they were advertising.
Oh, hello, Newman.
Yeah.
They were
that-
actually
it was
advertising his online show, but a lot of people didn't even realize
Oh,
it.
okay. Now I got it.
Another show that had a reunion was the Full House guys got together
Oh,
to somehow sell yogurt.
Yeah.
Take those pants off. That's gonna stain.
And the strangest of all, maybe having Bob Dylan as a spokesman for Chrysler.
Detroit made cars, and cars made America.
I am buying American car.
He would not have done that 20 years ago.
No, I don't think so.
He wouldn't do that now, the way you just sang it, probably.
Similar. He might not have done as well, is what you're saying.
Actor Chris Pratt weighs in on the Northwest and his new Lego movie when we come back. Transportation provided by Alaska Airlines, providing daily non-stops to Newark Liberty Airport, offering a hassle-free experience. Only 16 miles from Midtown Manhattan. Explore more, spend less at alaskaair.com.
We are at one of the big-time hangouts, just a Russell Wilson bomb away from the stadium, FX McCrory.
That's right. We're here with a ton of huge Seahawks fans. You know, another big Seahawks fan is Northwest native and actor Chris Pratt. In fact, before the game, he predicted that the Hawks would win by 200 points.
He was almost right.
He was not too far off.
He was the closest that I heard.
I know,
to
that's
the actual
true.
score. Yeah.
He told me a lot more about what he loves about the Northwest when I talked to him recently for his new film, The Lego Movie.
Don't forget to smile. Always root for the local sports team.
In the Lego Movie, Chris Pratt loves where he's from, and the same is true in real life. Representing.
Oh my God.
Chris grew up in Lake Stevens, where he played sports and was known for orchestrating memorable high school assemblies. After graduation,
I'm about to do a trick shot for all the ladies in the house.
he was discovered while working as a waiter and landed a role on the show Everwood. But his breakthrough came as Andy Dwyer on NBC's Parks and Rec.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
We know where you come from.
Yes.
We know where you live now.
Sure.
So you probably have some opinions about things.
Yeah.
LA winters or Snohomish County summers?
Snohomish County summers.
All
There's
the
nothing
way.
better than a summer up there because it's like lush, green, earned sunshine.
Yep.
Just feel this traffic slows down. Everybody is happy.
Yep.
No one has a bad day when it's sunny in Snohomish County.
Okay, speaking of traffic, the 405 or I-5 through Seattle?
Ooh, golly. I'm gonna go 405.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 405 because even though it's packed with traffic, bumper to bumper, people are still driving 80 miles an hour.
Right.
You know, so at least you can get where you need to go. A higher risk index, really good chance you're gonna die, but at least you're getting to where you're going faster. In Seattle, people are just so courteous. They're like, you go. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go. And I'm like, somebody go! Wild Style, we need your help!
Work keeps Chris in California. The Lego Movie is just the latest on a list of major movie roles. But the Pacific Northwest is still a part of his daily life. Actress Anna Faris, who grew up in Edmonds, is his wife. And it would appear their son is poised to be a 12th man.
Will you and Anna ever move back?
Will we move back? Oh, that's our dream. Our dream is to have a place like up in Whidbey Island or something like that.
Can't wait to see you back there.
We'll be back.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Well, that's it for our show from here at FX McCrory's.
Oh, don't forget the card. You got 3 days. 3 days to sign this at FX McCrory's.
Come sign it. It's
Giant
so
card,
great.
you can sign it right here.
Michael, throw me the ball.
Oh, here you go. All right. Well, tomorrow night we have the story of a local video maker whose videos routinely outsell anything Steven Spielberg has done, and the star is his own fireplace.
Oh my gosh, Hollywood Game Night is next. We will try to get this under control for tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us from FX McCrory's, everyone.